morning, everyone. I dyed my hair yesterday and I don't really want to talk about it. And now I feel like I'm about to talk about it. So if you would have been watching me when I first started vlogging, my hair was a little bit lighter. I don't dye my hair very often. I don't enjoy it. I don't like to spend the money on it. I just don't like it. It's just me, it's like a personal preference. I don't like it. Anyway, so I guess my hair has just been looking really dull in this last vlog. Oh, y'all, my hair looked like CRAP. It looked so bad. It just looked dry and it just didn't look very lively, and I don't know. I did not like it at all. Why can't I take this out? Here we go. It just did not look very lively. Well, I figured, hey, I'm just gonna go buy the box and I'm just gonna go and like color my own hair. I've done it before. It came out fine, kind of. So I dyed my hair. And immediately after I did it, I hated it. I don't like how bronzy it is. I've been trying to use purple shampoo to kind of help dye it down a little bit and give it more of that little ashy look to it. But yes, and I cut my bangs. They're a little floppy right now because of the way the conditioner's like working on my hair, so it's not the best, but I did cut my bangs. Thank you for all kind of chiming in and tell me what your thoughts were on that. And it doesn't look as bad on the camera, which is good, because I would have been freaking out. Y'all would not have gotten a vlog from me if my hair looked awful. Today is Monday morning. Many of you are probably, I'm gonna sit in this broken chair. Many of you are probably at home, probably still asleep at this time, enjoying a day off. However, because we had a snow day back in January, is it January? Yeah. Because we had our snow day in January, we lost today, so we're here. I have a very, very messy room. Don't know if I told you guys though I don't think I told you guys on Friday, but on Friday it was like mass chaos. And I say that pretty lightly because it really wasn't mass chaos, but on Friday we had conferences in the afternoon. So the kids were with us in the morning, like for half a day in the morning, and then they got to leave at 12. I say 12 instead of 12:30 because normally we leave at 12:30, but my principal's really, really nice and he wanted to give us some like prep time to get ready for our conferences at 12:30. So he had all the kids go to the gym at 12 and they were dismissing the kids at 12 o'clock to get onto the buses. Well, I completely did not realize how soon they were going to be calling the kids, and I wasn't ready for them. So the kids are like working on these little snowflakes and hearts and things like that, and all of a sudden like they called 4th grade, which is the grade that I had. So I'm like, you guys gotta go, get the blue sheet, get out, you've gotta go. They ended up leaving their stuff everywhere, like everywhere. It was like the chairs were all pulled out, like it was a hot mess. Luckily I had some kids who came to our conference and they very kindly went to go and clean my room. So they cleaned my room for me. Of course they couldn't do everything, and I had like mass chaos over here behind my table. So it looks way better now, but it was crazy. It was seriously crazy. That's all the stuff that was like everywhere. And then there were papers everywhere, and now I have this to deal with. This is insane. Didn't I just not that long ago clean up this entire mess? Now I feel like I have it all over again. I can't win. All right, I am gonna go ahead and start preparing some things that I need for today, and then I've got some cool stuff to show you guys. Not really stuff that I've made, but like stuff that we're gonna be doing. But I need to get everything else in order. So I think I'm gonna spend a few minutes just kind of assessing the situation here, and then also writing down my plans for today. So my life still has a purpose, even after having to go gluten-free. I can eat my favorite chocolate in the world, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It's gluten-free, see? Do you see it? It says gluten-free. Yay! Is it bad that I went down all 4 of these right now before 8 o'clock? this morning. I don't think so. That's not bad. I'm getting prepared to go to a meeting in just a little bit. We have a collab like as a MAC team. We're gonna look at our writing, check our like writing samples, look at our math scores for geometry and measurement, because we gave the kids on Friday a geometry and a measurement pre-assessment. So I told you guys that because we are starting JA this week, we had to kind of change up our schedule just a little bit to be able to fit JA in the PBL and still all the other curriculum pieces that are kind of going on. So on Thursday and Friday, we're gonna have a little bit of a change for math. So in order for us to still be able to teach all of the kids math, but not do it as a math group, we're going to be grouping the kids for geometry to do geometry lessons in one of the 3 rooms. So depending on what grade level that they're going to need, they're going to be in a certain room. So we gave the kids assessments so that we can kind of get an idea of where they need to go. And yeah, that's really about it. I need to make my keys for it so that I can grade them, because I didn't do that this weekend. Naughty. So I'm gonna go and make my keys. I will hopefully catch up with you guys a little bit later on, but I hope you are having a great day so far. I was having I don't feel very pretty today because I think it's the hair that's driving me nuts. But one of my favorite tricks to do whenever I don't feel very, very pretty and I don't like my pants that I'm wearing is I will put on a long, you see that? A long skirt. Actually, it's a dress. You can see it here. It's a dress from Target, and I just stuck a sweater over it, and it's like posh, right? No, it's not. Is that not the right word? Oh well. All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna see you guys a little bit later on. You're gonna end up falling. We are now at break. The kids are in their specials at the moment, and I worked through lunch today trying to get together some of the things that I needed for JA BizTown. So we had our introductory lesson for it. The kids got to watch video. We talked about community, citizenships, and rights and responsibilities. Tomorrow we're gonna have our like official first lesson with them, handed out the booklets for them, and then I gave the kids a little bit of time to work in their PBL groups to finish up a couple of things. I was really excited because I went to lunch and I like dropped the kids off, and KT, my partner, was like, hey, the girls and I dropped something off in your room. And I was like, is it like messy? Is it bad? Like, what is it? What did you drop off in my room? Because she wouldn't tell me what it was. And she just said that it was a little bit dirty. And I was like, what in the world? So I walk in my room, and of course, like, I don't see anything. Excuse the mess. But I turn around, and then all of a sudden, this is what I see. She dropped off our little bed for us to start our seats in. So now we have a little spot. The kids got to kind of clean it up. We zip tied them just so that we can get the lights fitted up here. So we zip tied those. We have, sorry guys, I had somebody walk in my room. So like I was saying, KT had her dad bring this in, and the kids today just had the opportunity to kind of clean it up. They were able to hook up one of the lights up here. I did help them. And we have one more to hook up down here, and you see where that zip tie is right there? There's one more that needs to be hooked up there, but I was having some difficulties doing it. So they just got the chance to be able to clean it up, which they were really excited about. Like, I have never seen kids so flipping happy to do some cleaning. I'm like, y'all can come clean. If I will give you things, all kinds of things to clean. They were very happy about it. So I think it's more like it's starting to set in that it's real for them, which I think is what was driving that excitement. Not the fact that they got to clean, but it was more of the, hey, this is really happening. We're gonna get to start doing this process. I did give them, because I went to Books A Million yesterday, and I went and purchased a couple of magazines that had some really great content in it regarding gardens and starting seeds, everything that pretty much we're doing. So I picked up this one, which is Mother Earth News, and it talks about organic gardening. It's seed starting, pest control, and everything. It talks about planting beds. It talks about building a greenhouse. It just goes into great detail. So my kids, I printed out one of the articles in here, which I'm pretty sure that it was the seed starting one. So this is the one that I started printing out. It says best tips for starting seeds indoors. So they're gonna get the opportunity to be able to kind of read this, find out the main idea, key details of each of the different sections for the headers, and then kind of have a discussion together as a group and come up with an idea and a plan on how we're gonna submit it. It's okay, it's all right. The other one that I did get, which was this one, and it's called the Grow Your Own Food, or Grow Your Own. And I really like this one because it has like all of the different vegetables and fruits. Kind of goes on to how you plant it, tend it, harvest it, and then ways that you can use it in the kitchen, storing it, and then troubleshooting, which I thought would be really helpful. So I know that this is probably really awful of me to say, but I am having just a very tired moment. I just am very sleepy, and I think this is just probably my body not liking me at all. So I am gonna head out. I still have a ton of paper that I need to sort through and just go through, but it is almost 4 o'clock and I'm just ready to go. I want to sit down, I want to lay down, I really want to take a nap. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna grab my stuff, I'm gonna go home, and then I will catch you guys in the morning. I feel like I could have done a better job of getting my area cleaned up before I left to go home yesterday, because it is a hot, stinking mess. Today is waffles and ice cream day. Between our 4 houses, I go to one, and we just forgot to give them their party. So we're gonna give them their party now because they deserve it. They did one the first trimester, and right now I'm not gonna pat myself on the back, but Uamuzi is doing a pretty freaking stand-up job for the second trimester, excuse me. So the Zygoda crew, which is this one. So you guys will see here, here's Zygoda. These are custom banners that my husband and I ended up creating over the summer. But Zygoda ended up winning, and it stands for adventure, and it's Polish. So we have a lynx. They ended up winning the first trimester with 58 points. Right now, Uamuzi is in 37 points for the first trimester. They have 24, let's see, 20, and then 18. So a lot of these gotta step up their game or else Uamuzi's gonna like sink them. But it was really cute. They're really excited about having their waffles and ice cream. I don't know how we came up with waffles and ice cream. I think it was because we ended up thinking an ice cream party, but then I couldn't think of like waffle cones, so I was like, waffles! And they were like, absolutely! So they all got excited about it. I brought all of the waffle materials, so I have 2 waffle makers, which one of them is a double waffle maker, which is kind of nice, and then I brought like the bowls, the oil, all that other good stuff. So I'm gonna be making waffles over lunch period to be able to give these kids their party. My partners are bringing in the ice cream, the syrups, and all that good stuff that the kids are probably gonna want to put on top of it, and we're just gonna hang out, listen to music, chill, maybe play some board games, might pull some of those out, and it'll be fun. I just carried all of that mess from my car, and I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm still really tired. I'm sorry, y'all. But I'm gonna snap myself out of it, let's hope. Today I got to wear a pretty dress. I normally don't wear dresses, but it's supposed to be 70 something degrees and it's not raining outside, so it was like, what the hell, I'm gonna do it, why not? So I have my green dress, and then I have this leather jacket that my mom bought me when my first son was born. So this thing is 11 years old. Holy moly, it's 11 years old. It's nice. I am gonna try to get together some of my things, probably clean off my table a little bit so that I can be prepared for my groups this morning. And then I will check in with you guys in a bit. Y'all, I have no idea where to start with all of this. How in the world did I manage to get my stuff this bad? I honestly felt like not that long ago I had myself organized and all my papers were put away. Everything that I had that needed to get filed was filed, and now I have a hot mess. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I think it was because of last week, right? It was probably last week where it was just one of those crazy weeks, and then you just don't take the time to do anything else because it's too busy of a crazy week, and then just stuff started piling. Okay, I'm gonna start tackling this. Wish me luck. Okay, so it looks a little bit better. At least we can kind of walk through it. I'm gonna leave that junior achievement box there because it has just some materials that I'm gonna be getting to on and off. And I'm not really concerned about it. The room looks relatively clean for the most part. I do have Dash set up in the very back. And this week, what I have them doing is they are doing X marks the spot. So underneath each of the cups is a really awful looking X. And I put the cups upright because they're a little bit easier. They're easier to knock over. If they were flipped where the bigger is at the bottom, it just slides and the kids can't really knock them over. But the objective is that they have to start Dash at the start and they have to get them to the finish spot, and they're going to navigate themselves through the grid by knocking over all of the cups and getting to the finish line. So that's they're creating one of those codes for that, and then they're going to upload it to the Schoology site for their video portion. So that's kind of what they're working on at the moment. EV3 is still working. We ended up switching our kids, so we have new kids for STEM. The EV3 is working through a little challenge booklet that just really gets them used to the program because a lot of our kids are not used to it. I think I have about 3 kids who have worked with the EV3, but none of those kids are in this rotation. So they're going through just a little booklet that talks about making a line, making him turn around, having him go in the perimeter of a shape. So we have it on a cart here. The kids were kind of annoyed with the EV3 because it was really loud, and it is loud. So we decided that the kids, whoever's working on EV3, they're just gonna work outside of my room. So they're gonna wheel the cart out there, they're gonna work, and then they're gonna bring it back in at the end of their rotation. So I have probably 4 rotations that have the EV3, and then everybody else is at Dash. So I did go through the majority of the papers, put away all of the other trash and just random bits and bobs that were just kind of laying out over here, and I do still need to go through these papers and this stack of papers. A lot of them just need to be graded, and then this stack is papers that need to get sent back out to my students. I have another meeting this morning at 8 o'clock. We're talking about the career readiness standards with our guidance counselor, so we're going to be going to that this morning. I still need to get together all of my items for math. I didn't get all the way with my CPM group, so they're pretty much ready to go. I don't really have a lot to do with them since, I didn't really finish everything that I needed to finish with them. I had all the copies for the kidney bean table and the grid paper, so we're just going to continue talking about area. My algebra group, I'm going to kind of look at their quick checks that they should have done yesterday, check their assessments and see how well they did. If they are ready to move on, then we will move them on. I will give them the introduction lesson piece for today. They will take notes, and then that's just really about it. The first group that I have, I think what I want to do with them, we're going to continue reading our book, but I used these a lot in kindergarten when we were working with vowels. So I think what I'm going to end up having them do is we're going to work on some of our blends, but I also want them listening for the vowel in that blend and seeing if they can give it to me. So I will say a word like slip, and they have to move it to the I to say that it is the I sound. So it's just an easy little activity that they can do, but it's going to continue practicing with reinforcing the vowel sounds and also listening for it inside of words. So I think that's what I'm going to do with them today, and then I need to go and make copies of a character sheet. You are gonna think this is hilarious, but I found one of these when I was rummaging through my belongings last night, and it's a First graphic organizers for reading, which is like perfect for that age. Sometimes I like to be able to make my own, but then a lot of the times it's really hard because you're kind of running to the very end. So we're working on character traits, and I really like, I lost it, y'all. Hold on. Where'd it go? Okay, so we are working on character traits, and I really like this page. It says the proof is in the character. So they're going to draw the character, list 2 character traits, and then they have to provide the proof for that trait here, the proof for this trait here. So I'm going to go make a couple of copies of this, and we're going to work on this today with my first group.